नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's Ratnamala session. Today we will discuss a shloka from the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. Very profound prayer. Second prayer. Manye dhana bhijana rupa tapashrutau jaha tejah prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yogaha naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuthapaya. First line. मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः।
मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः। मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः। मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः। तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग। तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग। तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो। प्रभु जी, can I recite full shloka?
Yeah, after we do this line by line, we'll come back to you.
Okay, Prabhu ji.
Next, Jahnavi, recite the last line. Bhaktya
tutosha bhagavan gajayutapaya. Hare Krishna Prabhu ji,
three times. Jahnavi. Okay, Radha, you can read.
Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayutapaya. Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayutapaya.
Okay, full shloka. Radha, you can do. Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashrutau jaha. We can't hear. Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashrutau jaha. Okay, we can't hear you. Okay, Shweta, you can do. Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashrutau jaha.
मन्ये धनाभिजनरूप तपश्रुतौ तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगः नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाया।
Next.
या प्रभु जी। मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगाः नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय। थैंक यू हरे कृष्ण, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय।
Next.
मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय।
मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपश्रुतौ जः तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय।
मन्येदनाभि जनरूप तपस्वितौजस् तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगा नाराधना हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूतपाय.
Netri and Radhesh, you can try.
Yes, Prabhuji. मन्येदनाभिजनरूप तपश्रुतौजस् तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगा नाराधया हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूतपाय. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Next.
मन्येधनाभिजनरूप तपश्रुतौजा तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगा नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूतपाय. Thank you, Prabhuji.
मन्येधनाभिजनरूप तपश्रुतौजस् तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगः नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूतपाय.
Prahlad Maharaj is offering prayers to Krishna, to Narasimhadev. So when Narasimhadev appeared from the pillar, he killed Hiranyakashipu, and after killing Hiranyakashipu, the Lord went and sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. And he was still maintaining that mood of anger. Many devotees tried to pacify him, to appease him, to control his anger. But the Lord is continuing to maintain his angry mood. And Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu Parshadas, Manus, sages, Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, Charanas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, so many people came forward and offered their prayers to Lord Narasimhadev. But Narasimhadev was continuing to maintain his angry mood. Then all these devotees approached Lakshmi Devi. Mother Lakshmi, Lord is your master, your husband. I think if you try to control his anger, appease him, he'll be easily pacified. Can you please do that? Do that. Then Lakshmi Devi said that, no, I have never seen my husband in such a ferocious form. It's very difficult for me to go approach my master at this moment. Actually, Lakshmi Devi has seen Narasimhadeva's form before also. Okay, Narasimhadeva's form is eternal form. It's not that Lakshmi never saw that form. But she said that just to have some kind of astonishment and excitement in this Leela. Okay, by the influence of Leela Shakti or pastime potency of the Lord, Lakshmi Devi said that I have not seen my husband in this form. Okay, just to create that Adbhuta Rasa. Anyways, then Brahma went to Prahlad Maharaj. He was 5-year-old boy at that time. Then Brahma said, the Lord appeared to protect you, to appease you, or to save you out of his love for you. So better you go and try to pacify Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimhadev. And then Prahlad Maharaj went to Narasimhadev very humbly and said, my dear Lord, Brahmadaya Swaraganaha Manayotha Siddha Sattvaikatana Vachasam Pravahaihi Na Aradhanaya hi Bhavanti Parasya Pumso Bhaktya Tuto. Means, I'm just mixing this sloka. But basically, Prahlad Maharaj said that so many great sages and great devatas, they tried to pacify you with their prayers, but they failed. If they failed, how can I pacify you? He said, Kim Toshtumarhati Same Hari Rugra Jate. I am coming from Ugra Jati. I am coming from demoniac dynasty, which is too much into Rajogun and Tamogun. And these people are into Sattvagun. So with their Sattvaguna, they are able to appease you. They could not appease you. With my Rajo and Tamoguna, how can I appease you? It's beyond my ability to pacify you. And not only that, Sattvaikatana Gatayo Vachasam Pravahahi. They have Sattvaguna. They also have Vachasam Pravahahi, means they are eloquent. They are very good at Sanskrit grammar. And they are able to compose very nice prayers. So they are able to appease you nicely, but I cannot appease. But they failed. After they failed, how can I even attempt to do it? But I'll try to do it. You know why? Because I understand that only bhakti pleases you, no other material qualifications. Just because somebody in Sattva-guna, that does not mean they can please the Lord. Sattva-guna cannot please the Lord. Of course, you have to come to Sattva-guna, that's good, but that is not sufficient qualification to please the Lord. Second, vachasam pravahahi. Some people may be very eloquent, very poetic, their voice is sweet. That does not mean they can please the Lord. Right? So it's not about sweet voice and eloquence and poetic abilities. It's about devotion. And that's what he says in this shloka. He gives 12 qualifications which are considered very great in this world. Manye. Prahlad is saying, Manye, I consider. Dhana. First quality is dhana. What is dhana? Wealth. Then abhijana means great family, very good associates. Okay. That is second qualification. Third, rupa. Rupa means one's beauty. One may be very handsome or beautiful. That does not mean they will please the Lord. One may be coming from great aristocratic family. That does not mean they can please the Lord. One may be very wealthy. That does not mean they can please the Lord. So dhana, abhijana, rupa failed to please the Lord. Tapaha. One may do so much of tapa, means austerity. So by austerity, can we please the Lord? Yes, as a part of bhakti, we may do some austerities. But austerity is not the qualification to please the Lord. Devotion is the qualification to please the Lord. If we do austerities with devotion, then we can please the Lord. If you only do austerities, we cannot please the Lord. There is one devotee, he would only drink milk, right? He's a Brahmana actually. He's a brahmachari. So this brahmachari would drink only milk. He will not eat paneer sabji. He will not eat fried rice. He will not eat any elaborate menu like pizza, anything. He will just drink milk and survive. Very austere. So he came to join Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan. So he sneaked into Srivasangan. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Harinam Sankirtan. But after some time he felt that, oh, I am not finding the same ecstasy as before. Is there someone here who is not supposed to be here? Then the devotee said that there is one brahmachari, he's a milk drinking brahmachari. He doesn't eat food also, he's very austere. So he wanted to see your Sankirtan, so we brought him here. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, just because he's austere, that does not mean he will get the qualification to enter my Harinam Sankirtan. Take him out from here, right? So he's thrown out, right? Of course, later again, the Lord shows mercy. But the Lord is trying to declare that just austerity is not a qualification to please the Lord. Yes, we may have to do austerities, but austerities must be devotional austerities, not non-devotional austerities. Just because you have done so much of austerity, accepting inconveniences upon yourself, that does not mean the Lord will be pleased with it. So tapasya is not just going into some forest and then fasting for 10 days or 1 year and then doing some meditation in a solitary place. So that will not please the Lord. If we have devotion, that will please the Lord. So austerity, tapa is also removed as a qualification. Like you see, आराधितो यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम नाराधितो यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम अंतर्बहिर यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम नांतर्बहिर यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम. If you are worshipping the Lord, why should you do tapasya? And if you are not worshipping the Lord, what's the point of doing tapasya? So in either case, tapasya is not very important, but bhakti is more important. So come back. Fifth, shruta means education, right? Somebody may be very, very scholarly, very philosophical. He has studied so many scriptures. He can quote scriptural slokas left, right, center. He can mesmerize hundreds and thousands of audience. He is very eloquent in his speech. He has great presentation skills. He is great scholar. He can pick up references from any corner of the scriptures and present it and argue with great other scholars also and then win the arguments. Yes, he may be qualified in his shruta, in his education so much. But that is not a sufficient qualification to please the Lord. So your scholarship is not a qualification. So manye dhana abhijana Rupa, Tapa, Shruta. 5 qualifications are considered as disqualifications, are not sufficient qualifications to please the Lord. Then 6th is Oja. Oja means sensory strength. Somebody's senses may be very strong. Say, eyes are very strong. From here, they can see what's happening, some 10 meters away or 20 meters away. So they can clearly see. They're very sharp. Their eyes are sharp. Some people can hear very clear sounds. Even if you are just, murmuring something, they will hear what you say and they will catch you, right? There may be a lot of sensory strength. The senses may be very sharp. That does not mean we can please the Lord, right? So sensory strength is not qualification to please the Lord. So 6 qualifications are eliminated. Then 7th, Tejaha. Teja means one will be very effulgent. Bodily luster is so much. As soon as the person comes, like with his luster, with his shine, bodily effulgence, they will immediately attract the attention of so many people, right? So that bodily luster is not the qualification to please the Lord. Okay, luster is not a qualification. Then Prabhava means influence. Somebody may be very influential, is very popular, very famous. When he says something, when he does something, my God, people just will fall flat, right? So he is very influential. But that also is not a qualification to please the Lord. He may have influence all over the world. Indra is there. He is very influential. He can command the entire heavenly planetary system, right? All the devatas are under him. They are reporting to him. He has great influence. But simple Vrajavasis who are lifting cow dung and then milking cows, they are much better than Indra, who is the king of heaven, right? Or some devotee who is sincerely chanting Hare Krishna and doing some little seva to Krishna in one corner of the material world, in the one corner of earth planet, can be 100 times superior to Indra, who is the king of heavens. So your influence, your influential position, social status cannot be a qualification to please the Lord, right? Then 9th, Bala, strength. Okay, somebody may be extremely strong. His one arm may have the strength of 10,000 elephants. Dushyasan is considered to be very strong. Duryodhana is also very strong. Physically, they are very strong. Hiranyakashipu is strong. Hiranyaksha is strong. Kamsa is very strong. He can lift Kovalaya Peda and then throw him 80 miles away, right? So in comparison to Kamsa, who can lift Kovalaya Peda and throw 80 miles away, what is Ugrasena's strength? Ugrasena is very weak, right? But Ugrasena is a greater devotee than Kamsa. He is very strong. So physical strength is not a qualification to please the Lord. Now Bhima is very strong. Jarasandha is also very strong. Both are very strong physically. But who is the devotee? Bhima is the devotee, not Jarasandha. So if strength is a qualification, Jarasandha also can be dear to the Lord. But strength is not qualification. Bhima had strength. And the strength that Bhima had, Arjuna did not have. Arjuna had skill. Bhima had strength, right? Arjuna is very expert in using arrows. He's smart. But physical strength, Bhima has more, right? But Krishna loved Arjuna not for his skill. Krishna loved Bhima not for his strength. So strength and skill are not the qualifications to become dear to Krishna. Devotion. He saw the devotion in the heart of Bhima and Arjuna. So that's why they are devotees. So they are dear to the Lord. So Bala, physical strength is not a qualification. Then Paurusha, 10th quality. So Paurusha means one's courage, one's valor, and one's ability to do many things, right? So Paurusha is like one's diligence, right? So that also is not a qualification to please the Lord, right? You may be expert in doing many things, but your expertise is of not much use. So Paurusha. Then 11th is Buddhi. You may be very intelligent, very smart, very wise, very experienced. No, but you cannot please the Lord. Your Buddhi, advanced intelligence. Sometimes people may speak very expertly to convince others. They are very buddhiman. Sometimes people may have great ideas to do things very smartly. So they can optimize time, they can optimize resources, they can bring people together, get things done. They may use their diplomacy also, duplicity skills also, and somehow get the work done. So yeah, that may be utilized in Krishna's service, but its buddhi is not as important as bhakti. right? So Krishna says, utilize your buddhi in my service. Where does Krishna say that you have to utilize your buddhi in Krishna's service? Anyone knows? I think I should do some interaction also. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, use your buddhi in bhakti. Anyone? Yes, Divi Krishna.
Prabhuji, the ending line is somewhat like my buddhim niveshaya.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya, correct. Very good. Mayi buddhim niveshaya means you engage your buddhi in my seva. Okay, any other references? Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Right? Buddha bhava samanvitaha. Okay. So, yeah, there is one more. What is this? Machitta madgata prana. Madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantasya mam nityam. Oh, there is no buddhi here. Okay. Okay, no problem. So, basically, buddhi can be utilized in Krishna's service. Even Krishna says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmar yudhyacha mayyarpita mano buddhir. Mayyarpita mano buddhir means engage your mind and buddhi, intelligence in me. So you may have all these great qualifications, 11 qualifications we discussed. You can use all this. You can use your dhana in Krishna's seva, abhijana, your family in Krishna's seva, rupa, your beauty also can be utilized in Krishna's seva. So all this can be utilized in Krishna's seva, but they are not sufficient qualifications. And they are not necessary qualifications also. Without a good rupa also, you can be a great devotee of Krishna. Without great education also, you can be a great devotee of Krishna. Without great intelligence also, you can be a great devotee of Krishna. But if you happen to have some buddhi, intelligence, you can use it in Krishna's service. That's the point. The last is yoga. So people will have so many mystic powers. They perform great yoga and they accumulate a lot of mystic powers. Anima, Mahima, Laghima, Garima, Prapti, Ishitva. So many yogic powers they may have. They may perform meditation for thousands of years. Just because you're expert in yoga practice, you cannot claim mercy of Krishna. You cannot say, Krishna, you should show some mercy upon me. So 12 qualifications our Prahlad has enumerated. Finally, he's saying, Naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso. Oh, parasya pumsa, oh, supreme person. All these qualifications, 12 qualifications, 1 dozen qualifications are na aradhanaya hi. Means they are not meant for your aradhana. What is aradhana? Aradhana means worship of Krishna. And who is the supreme most worshipper of Krishna? Srimati Radharani. Therefore, within aradhana there is Radha. You see Radha's name here? Radha. So, aradhana, this is aradhana. Aradhana. And within aradhana there is Radha. Because she does the supreme worship of Krishna. Right? So, naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso. Just you may be having 12 qualifications which are mentioned in the first 2 lines, but that does not mean you will be eligible to do aradhana of Krishna. So who is eligible to do aradhana of Krishna? Anyone knows? One who is under the shelter of Radharani. One who takes shelter of Radharani can do effective aradhana. What is that shloka where Krishna says devotees are those who take shelter of Srimati Radharani? Yes.
Prabhuji, Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakritim asita bhajantyam ananya manaso yatva bhutadim avyayam.
Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakritim ashritaha. So Mahatmas are those people who take shelter of Daivi Prakriti, Srimati Radharani. And by taking shelter of Radharani, what do? Bhajanti ananya manaso. Without any deviation in their mind, they will do bhajan. They will worship Krishna. They will do aradhana. So under shelter of Radha, you can do aradhana effectively. Without taking shelter of Radha, aradhana is not possible. Right? So therefore, na aradhanaya bhavanti pumso. You take shelter of Srimati Radharani, then aradhana is possible. But you take shelter of these 12 qualifications. You will go to Krishna with an application. So Krishna will see the application. Dhana, Abhijana, Rupa, Tapa, Shruta, Uja, Teja, Prabha. Where is Radha? So where is Srimati Radharani's recommendations? Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. So Satyavratamani is taking recommendation from Radharani. He is saying that I got a recommendation letter from Radharani along with my application. Now you please fulfill my desires. Give me darshan perpetually. Right? So basically we need mercy of devotees. only with the mercy of devotees who are represented with Srimati Radharani, we can come closer to Krishna. But these 12 qualifications are not worth accumulating, provided they are not useful for our service. So just because we have these 12 qualifications, we cannot claim that we are great devotees of Krishna. So what pleases Krishna? Last line says, Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuthapaya. Bhaktya means devotion. Tutosha means the Lord is satisfied. Bhagavan is Krishna. So Bhagavan is satisfied only by bhakti. Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan. Very important phrase. You can remember this phrase. You can always remember this. Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan. What pleases Krishna? Only devotion pleases Krishna. Bala will not please. Teja, Hoja, Prabhava, Paurusha, none of them will please Krishna. Only Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan. If that bhakti is there even in an elephant also, Gajayuthapaya, even if an elephant shows that bhakti, Krishna is happy. Right? So this elephant, Gajendra, does not have great dhana. Is he wealthy? No. Abhijana? Yeah, he may have some followers, but they are elephant followers. They are not celebrities. Okay. So Rupa, okay, fine. Elephant may also seem cute to some people, but elephant is not known for its beauty. Right? Amongst animals, there are so many other animals that are considered more beautiful than elephant. Tapa. So did Gajendra do some tapasya? No. Shruta. So Gajendra has some education? No. So Gajendra may have bala, physical strength Gajendra has. So few of them Gajendra had, but ultimately what pleases the Lord is not the bala of Gajendra, but bhakti of Gajendra. So even a non-human, even a member of non-human species also can please Krishna, provided there is devotion. Right? So we know Hanumanji is a Vanara, Sugriva is a Vanara, Jatayu, a vulture, Garuda, an eagle, Kalia, a serpent, and Guha, a tribal person, right? All of them please the Lord. Prahlad, Bali, Vibhishan, these three are great devotees, but they are demons, means they are born as demons, but they had devotion. Okay. So whether they are men or women or children or elderly people or brahmanas or kshatriyas or vaishyas or sudras or brahmacharis or grahasthas or Indians or Americans, human beings or non-human beings, residents of earth planet or residents of heavenly planet or patal loka, Krishna doesn't see any external qualifications. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Naham, I am not a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, right? Naham varni nacha grahapatir no vanastho itirva kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda purnamritabdher gopi bhartuhu padakamalayur dasa dasanudasa. We are supposed to identify ourselves as the servants of the servants of the servants of the master of gopis, that is Krishna, and not with any other designation. So all these beautiful shlokas teach us what truly matters. Our gender doesn't matter. Our age doesn't matter. Our nationality doesn't matter. Our sensory strength doesn't matter. Our intelligence doesn't matter. Only bhakti matters. So that which matters in bhakti, in spiritual life, is how much devotion we have for Krishna. Okay. So with this I'll conclude. It's 8 o'clock. So you can recite the shloka a few more times. Yes, Krishna, recite the full shloka.
Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashruta ujas teja prabhava bali paurusha buddhi yoga laradalaya hi bhavanti parasya pupso bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuta paya. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashruta ujas teja prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuta paya. Prabhu, we are now in Parimar village in Udupi.
Okay, great. Pray for all of us.
Some matter. So
Hare. Next, Prabhu, Bulli Reddy Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapasrutaujas teja prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso bhaktya tutosha bhagavan
Gajayuthapaya.
tapaya. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Jahnavi.
मन्येदनाभिजनरूप श्रुतौजस् तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगा नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी, दंडवत प्रणाम.
मन्येदनाभिजनरूपतव श्रुतांशः तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगः नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्याय तोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
मन्ये धनाभिजन रूप तपस्रुतौजस् तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योगा नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
मन्येदनाभिजन रूप तपस्रुतौजस् तेज प्रभाव बल पौरुष बुद्धि योग नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो